Still Crazy After All These Beers is brought to you by our friends at Michelob, crafting a better beer. And Porta Pong, the world's #1 best-selling inflatable beer pong table at portapong.com.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, Gary Monterosso. We're at the 2009 Big House Spring Craft Beer Festival in Mount Holly, New Jersey, and this is actually the site of a historic prison. Unusual site for a beer fest. It's going to be a small venue, not as large as some of the other ones that we've been to. But the great thing is, for me, I won't have far to go to spend my night. And there's some great breweries inside. We're going to check them out and sample some absolutely remarkable beers here in Mount Holly, New Jersey on Still Crazy After All These Beers. Hey, Gary Monterosso, welcome to Still Crazy After All These Beers. No, I didn't have an accident, but I'm getting into the mood of things. You see, I'm with Clipper City Brewing, and they got a new line of beers that's kind of spun off from the company called Heavy Seas.
Exactly. The Heavy Seas beers started out about 8 or 9 years ago. We were looking to do a seasonal beer. We wanted to do something a little different from our basic line. And we came out, I believe, with the Winter Storm first as a winter seasonal. That took off. We then did our Small Craft Warning, which is an Uber Pilsner. And then the Loose Cannon, which is currently our flagship beer. It's triple hopped IPA, and people love it.
Well, I got to tell you, Hugh Sisson is certainly one of the best brewers in this business. He's doing remarkable work.
Yes, he's been in the business for quite a long time.
And he's a hell of a nice guy too. I got to tell you that, as you well know.
Oh yes, we're all pretty fond of you.
Did I say that the way you wanted me to?
Sure.
Okay. Now, in terms of the Heavy Seas, you guys brought quite a lineup here to this beer festival in Mount Holly. What are some of the flavors we have?
The first one we have is our Holy Sheet. It's an Uber...
What was that? Holy what?
Sheet.
Holy Sheet. Oh, I got that wrong. I need to change the glasses. I don't hear as well as I used to.
It's a Belgian-style Abbey double, but it's brewed to the strength of a triple. It's very malty, a little bit sweet, beautiful golden color. The next beer we have is our Hang 10, which is going to be our next seasonal. This is available in July. It's a Weissen Doppelbock. It's also 10% ABV, hence the name Hang 10.
Okay.
This is also very good malty. It's got sort of a clove banana aspect to it, like a Doppelbock should.
Right.
Skipping that, we'll leave this one till last.
Okay.
We have the Loose Cannon, as I said, triple hopped IPA, currently our best-selling beer.
Is it now?
Very, very popular. It's got great hop character, but not in that aggressive, makes your face get all squinchy kind of way. And the one on the end is Red Sky at Night. That's our current seasonal Belgian-style Saison Ale. Very drinkable, great flavor. And the one we have in the middle is a firkin of our latest beer. We call it the Big Dippa because it's a double India Pale Ale. This is branded, we just brewed this to go into our new line of 22-ounce beers.
When you're trying some of Big Dippa, do they issue a designated driver to you so you can get home safely?
No, we just pull out the cots at the brewery and stay overnight.
Well, listen, I'm listening to these absolutely remarkable beers that Hugh's turning out. I'm thirsty. What are you going to pour me today?
I think we're going to give you some Loose Cannon.
Loose Cannon? That's
our flagship beer. It's our biggest seller, and so I think you should try it.
I've been called a Loose Cannon at times as well.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. Well, I'm not, to tell you the truth. So let's try a little Loose Cannon here. And again, what's the ABV on this?
ABV on this one is 7 1/4.
7 1/4. Okay, very good. I bet Hugh has, and all the guys and the gals over at the company have a ball putting out some of these special beers, don't they?
We do. We have a great time. The brewers love to sit around and throw recipes, ideas back and forth at each other, along with other things. And we love coming up with the names. It's a giant group effort.
And the names are very creative. I tell you, I paused at the first one, Holy Sheet. I mean, obviously it's going to catch someone's attention.
Well, we actually have a brewmaster from the Philippines, and he doesn't call it Holy Sheet. He calls it Holy something else.
Well, we're going to let the audience fill in the blanks on that one right now. Beautiful golden color here, and great head retention on this. We're going to try a little sip. We're allowed to do this on camera, so we're going to try a little bit right now.
Even better.
Oh boy, I wonder what the IBUs are on this. I don't really know off the top of my head, but
Around 50.
yeah, it's got a really nice Nice hop bite to it coming through. And I'll tell you what, we're finding the beers. How about distribution? Where can we find some of the Heavy Seas beers?
Well, we're in every state along the eastern seaboard, from Maine to Florida.
Wow.
We even go inward toward the Mississippi. We're in Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, and Indiana.
This line of beers is becoming very successful. I know that. And again, I know Hugh's having a ball doing them.
Oh, absolutely he is. He loves it.
Well, listen, we're going to wish you guys continued success at Clipper City. You got some great people working there, obviously some phenomenal brewers, and you guys are representing the company really, really well. Anybody that gives me beer becomes my friend. And we're going to... Oh, thank you. What are you doing later?
Here, I'll give you my card.
Oh, I think maybe this is the time to cut, but we are going to end this show. We're going to be back next week on Still Crazy After All These Beers.